And we're live one more time. Hey, shout out to all the new people. We're at 2,400 people. Whoop, 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 whoop. Did you feel my boobs bounce for that one? What's up, everyone? I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, oh hell, light worker, starseed, earth angel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch. Why do I be cussing in the beginning? Because they're telling me to do all kinds of shit while I'm just trying to talk. Psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger of God. Dun, 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 dun. I am the LILITH reincarnated, the dark goddess. Today is Wednesday. We're still in this day. Today's the day. Alright, so honestly, in order to keep up with me, new people, you would have had to catch what I posted on my community page, my latest short. Oh, what was that? Oh, it was Nipsey. I told you, bro. I told you in yesterday's video he was all spiritual and shit. I told you. Did I know? I didn't know the dude in real life. I only know him in the spirit world, bro. Everybody's spiritual in the spirit world. Good jokes, good jokes, good jokes. Anyways, yeah, you would have had to catch that and my last live. Matter of fact, I told you. Did you guys see what the Holy Spirit's been pushing on me? They've been pushing it. Now push it good. Bow, wow, wow, wow. All right, take it easy, salt and pepper. A little bit of this and a little bit of that, you know? Some light and some dark. All right, seriously. Oh, and then there was that. I got a new feather. White feathers are hard to come by. This is directly from your angels. And actually, I was in like this, heartache kind of place. I'm going through an emotional battle here. I'm going through a battle of the mind. I'm in the battlefield. And I was like walking to get food, and I was all like in my thoughts. And then I talked about my feather offerings and altars yesterday. What is that? Dude, this is what I get for being a good, obedient bitch. As you can see, there's not too many white feathers. There's black and white, and those are magpies. But there's not too many white feathers. And I was like, I don't have too many. But then I do. Ta-da! Isn't that cool? Super duper. In the essence, that's pretty much as exciting as my outer world gets. Anyway, so no. Got this fucking crazy ass download to, fucking go all crazy for the full moon. And I was like, oh shit. So I wanted to come up here and, verify that craziness, but they were like, well, let's just do a teaching on the full moon. So it's that time again, guys. Damn, don't they come a lot, right? As the moon goddess, I'm doing this shit all the motherfucking time. It's another full moon, people. We're going to teach the full moon rituals and cycles like we always do. We have so many more new people than last time, though. I don't think anybody was paying attention the first fucking 500,000 times. Anyways, every full moon, I teach you about the full moon and the power of the moon, because I am the moon goddess. God rules the day. He's a fucking ruler of the sun. I rule the moon, which is your emotions and your feminine and the soul. There's the body and the mind that goes through the day, but in the end, it's your feelings and your emotions that come out at night. The soul can be free. He doesn't really speak much, but I hear all that shit. Yeah. Imagine. Imagine. You pour out all your secrets under the moon. Who's the moon? Me. What is it? It's your feelings, actually. You pour out all your heartache under the moon. That's that howling at the moon type shit. So, yeah. And, witches and shit, they just, have an affinity to the moon, animals, the water, everybody but humans. They're too busy acting crazy under the full moon. Alright. Let's fucking... Dude, the only thing I didn't get was a moon card. Damn it. Beavis. Hold on. I was trying to get some tarot out, and they made me get the damn fucking quantum realms. I was like, seriously, dude? You're fucking killing me with this. Meaning we're learning. Have you noticed? I'm learning a lot. Are you learning a lot about the quantum realms and planets and shit? If not, you should definitely catch... Was it today or yesterday? The Cycles of Time video. That was yesterday. So, again, we're just going to look through the cycles of time so we know what time it is. That was a good one. My Holy Spirit's like, they're just kind of assholes. In the essence. Dry humor. Dry. There's nothing drier than this, bro. Like, spit on it. Oh God, it's only gonna get dirtier. How do I know? Because they're awakening the Lilith, and I said that in my video. I was like, guys, if we wake this up, there's no putting this fucking monster back to sleep. Oh man, let's go. I'm gonna try to get you a picture. Picture me rolling, says Pac. These guys. It's gonna be all jokes, I promise you, dude. All kinds of them. Why? Because they're full of them. If they weren't funny, they'd be absolutely useless. Who are they? They are my spirit guides. Do you know Tupac Shakur? Tupac Shakur. I refuse to call him Earl. When I found out his name was Earl. Sorry for all of you Earlers. Earl, James, Jones, and all of that. I know it's a powerful name and whatnot, but I'd just be making fun of every bit of existence. So it's nothing personal. But DMX's real name is Earl. Oh, I forgot to turn on the comments because people be like to talking shit, and I wanted to see some shit. Talk your shit. Alright, let me find you this picture. This is what this douchebag is all you and your Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Bro, this is for you. These are your flashcards for the fucking children looking on the other side. Ooh, burn. Hey, you know. Here's a reader. I'm doing okay about not watching tarot, but not fully. I haven't fully gave up tarot 100%. So this is reader I was watching today. And I tend to like just scroll my finger to wherever and just let it go. And they're like, I swear to God, the tarot reader was like, what the fuck did Morgan say? It was the funniest thing I ever heard. Fuck, I told her too. I was like, that's gotta be the funniest thing I've heard all day. She's like, I can't even say it without laughing. I'm already full of tears. This reader was like, I'm kidding. I'm gonna die. I told her to. I paused the video. I was like, I promise you, that's my spirit guides. Nobody else talks in those kind of fucked up languages. I can't see. My eyes are filled with tears. What was it? She's all, I'm getting Vienna sausages. Gross. Yeah. Oh, that's gross. I almost want to call Morgan right now and ask her what she said. What did she say? Something hilarious, you guys. Something like, I don't know. It's a something, not a grower. I don't know. Sorry. I was like, I don't know where we were going with that. My Holy Spirit's making dirty jokes, I guess. They want you to know how they put a picture of Vienna sausages in somebody's mind. Hey, you like the little witch laugh that comes with me? Hey, bro, on Reels, this is one of those hot-ass moons that you need to pull your clothes off and dance under. Every time I ask the Holy Spirit what we shall dance to, I get the funniest responses, bro. Going back to fucking Nipsey and music is spiritual. I think about Krishna trying to connect with me, and he couldn't do it unless it was through rap music. Oh God. Anyways, this is a freaky fucking moon that's coming up. It's gonna be a freaky fucking Friday. Oh wait, Saturday. We're gonna push the limits. Alright, what is that in front of you? It's just a fucking picture of the moon cycle that happens every month. Where are we at? Right about there. And then we'll be full of ourselves. Or you won't be. This is exactly what everyone's been waiting for. This is when the Palladians come and juice me up with all kinds of fucking cosmic information. They want me to introduce, I mean, I felt it, and then I was scared of it, and then now what's going to happen is we're going to do an introductory into the other beings that they work with. I don't want to meet your homies, bro. God said to make connections, but I thought they were of this world. Never of this world, right? I am not. Alright. How does it work? There's lots of stuff. Each time I do this, I try to pull out something new, which is kind of hard because I always got all this old shit that we be reading over and over. Which is the same valuable shit. I just get tired of being a fucking, you know what I mean, hit on replay, but he says it's practice and we're getting better each episode. Alright, so I have this enormous book, The Witch's Moon, where some witch bitch fucking wrote a whole fucking, shit on it. And then she wrote a whole shit. I talk so much shit, bro. And then I found something in here. We never really read this one. So something old, something new. We're going to use this first one to track the moon. What does that mean? I'm going to tell you which moon it is and what it do. Why? Because they're always on a fucking calendar. Alright, what's the day of the week, bro? Oh shit. 4 to 6, nope, 7 to 9. Corey, an archetypical link between childhood and womanhood, symbolize that by the beginning of the menstrual cycle and awakening sexuality. Son of a bitch, bro. You go looking for trouble, you're gonna find it. I knew it, dude. I knew it. Also seen as another form of Persephone. Give in. Submit. Oh my god, Becky. What are we talking about? They rule the days, right? So, I'm using this first. What energy are we in based on just the day? Persephone. Which is me. And that's where I was before I went to Hikata. Dun, dun, dun. Which is what? Submission. Lilith doesn't submit. Alright, let's move on. We don't need to know about all this. Alright, so the lunar months. Let's see, what month are we in? The 7th? So we were in the Hawthorne. Oh shit, we're in the Oak. This is the Oak moon? No, that's not true, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. It's the Oak moon. Or it's the 4, 5, 6, 7. No way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's the... No, we already had that one, didn't we? What month are we in? Oh, no, we're not in July. We're in August. See, I fucked this all up. So we're in the Holly or the Blackberry moon. The green... That makes sense. The green corn or the barley moon. That makes sense. The ripe moon. Oh, we're ripe, huh? Sorry, I have a lot of fun with this shit. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The mead moon. That's fucking Queen Maeve. Mead is all about Maeve. Wow. Alright, what does that mean? I'll give you some more. Give him more. Fiesta. Honey cakes and stuff. Dude, I just wanted you to understand something. Witches be cooking shit, bro. It's part of it, bro. All the little fucking drinks and hors d'oeuvres and all that shit. And it's funny because, like, people are so funny. They teach you not to eat from people because witches be cooking and you're not supposed... I just noticed. It's in all my books to start cooking some shit. You're all Betty Crocker, bitch. The kitchen witch. Alright, sorry. I'm trying to find... Is it even in this book, God? Am I in the wrong book? It's talking about rituals and shit. Hold on. I was really just trying to find... There's this list. And I think it's in another book, and I can't even remember where it is. Really? Really, I can't remember. Why? Because I just can't. Sunrise, magic. I think it is in another book. I always pull out a second one. Give me 1 second, dude. I have a billion books, you know. This Wiccan one right in front of me. Okay. It's like, what the fuck? This one's only, that much bigger. What is this? The Complete Craft. I went to Lugnasa, bro. Seriously? On God. Really? Chapter 44. 41. Alright, we're not worried about Lugnosa though. The autumn equinox is September 21st. Let's see. We're not really worried about that. That's next month. I'm not in these. I need full moon rituals? No, we don't need the rituals. I need the... Is it in this book? Sacred Spaces. Fuck off. I'm not sure it's in this book, dude. Powers of the Moon? Come on, I don't want to teach you. Here it is. I told you. I found it. Alright, so our last moon was what? Does anybody know? I'm looking at this water and it's saying full moon in Virgo. Fuck. I don't remember. The last one was Leo, right? I don't remember. I am so fucked off right now. Really? Yeah. Obviously. I wasn't prepared for all of this. I really wasn't, dude. Wasn't doing any of this. Big Virgo energy. Okay. Venus and Jupiter on August 12th. Good shit. Full moon in Aquarius on August 9th brings forth a sense of innovation, independence, intellectual curiosity. Aquarius is an air sign classically ruled by Saturn. Oh, I said that's not Saturn, that's Uranus. But watch this. Listen to this. Saturn, and now in modern time ruled by Uranus, encourages us to embrace our individuality and express ourselves authentically. It is also deeply connected to technology and community. Oh yeah, we're supposed to launch some technology shit. Curating magical social media presence that aligns with your true self and resonates with your community. Alright, dude, we really got to do this. What do you got to do? You got to expand yourself somewhere. They've been telling me for like at least 4 to 6 months to go to TikTok. But then Trump came and shut it down, and then he opened it up, and blah, 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 blah. So that's what I'm going to do. What are you going to do to expand your social media presence? I guess. Our social media presence is expanding. Tell a friend or some shit. What message do you want to convey? That's it. My daughter was like, I can do it for you. Because she wants to be all hands-on. Fine, handsy. Go do it. All hands on deck. How do you want to inspire others? And that's it. Everybody knows how this works. You just take pieces of this and put it over there. Then take some time to review your social media profiles and posts. Remove anything that feels, alright, no, I don't know if I'm ready for that. But I'm going to open up a new Instagram. How about we do that? You guys ready for a new Instagram? Yeah. I know how Instagram works. I'm really good at Instagram. You'll enjoy my Instagrams. I keep them live. Really? Yeah. Alright, remove anything that feels out of alignment with who you are becoming. Hey, you know, last time I read this, fucking Russ went over there and he had erased that goofy mommy date for his hair product. And I went and shared it on my page. I did notice you tried to clean it up. You need to clean up more than that, buddy. That was too good. You can't clean that up. Not when she's right next to you in your Ferrari. I can't. Russell, it's too early for your bullshit. Save that shit for some other time. Use this time to cultivate an online presence that reflects your authentic self while fostering meaningful connections with your digital community. You'll like this. You'll like how I do my shorts and shit, dude. I'll actually show myself. I'll have to start wearing makeup and shit anyways because I'm going back to work. I'm going to be working 9 to 5. Do that whole fucking situation and shit. Be like that 80s chick. I'm gonna wear fucking, you know, 3-piece suits and shit. Act like I'm like, you know, Kamala Harris and shit. You look back at these women. I was about to say them, and every single one of them was bad. It doesn't get any better. We stop there. Consider downloading photo editing apps for your smartphone. Oh, we're gonna filter some shit? I've never been good at filtering. No, you would have loved it, dude. I used to make all kinds of great stuff on there. I'm pretty great creative on Instagram. You'll like it. Follow me on Instagram. I'll set that shit up. When? This weekend, bro. I got lots going on. Alright, in doing so, lower the top layer and... Okay, they're telling you exactly how to fucking edit your shit. And then on August 12th, Venus and Jupiter conjunction brings forth an energy of abundance and positivity. Hell yeah, bro. Just like everyone, dude, I'm about to get these taxes and change up some shit, bro. Again, I know that God's got a plan, and he's putting this all together, and he's going to be like, it's time to go. Why? Because he told me like weeks ago to start packing my shit. Did you start packing? Only mentally. I started cleaning. Does that count? I got new bags. It can enhance our relationship by fostering love and harmony with partnership. It also amplifies our ability to attract abundance in all areas of life, from financial prosperity to personal fulfillment. This is good stuff. When? August 12th. The celestial event or alignment inspires us to dream big and have faith in possibilities that lie before us. It encourages us to embrace optimism and take risks with confidence. The energy of Venus and Jupiter conjunction invites us to explore new experiences with an open heart and mind. Yep, I feel it, bro. I told you. I felt like they were asking us to act a fool. For real? Yup, and yup. During this alignment, we may find ourselves drawn towards creative pursuits or indulging in pleasurable activities that bring joy into our lives. It is a time when opportunities for growth and expansion are abundant, both personally and professionally. Sounds good, right? It's a good weekend, if you're on the right side of the bullshit. All right, so now we know which moon we're dealing with, which I was way off. Aquarius is way over here. All right, the zodiacal sign is one of rebellion. See? Ooh, they're bringing out the Lilith. Not open rebellion as the moon in Aries, but a quiet, subtle rebellion that is primarily stubbornness to not listen to others. Sometimes people will do complete reversals in decision at a last minute. Yep, I felt it. It was a last minute decision. We're going to switch this up. This energy is good for spells to help you break out of the norm and create something new in your life. Ooh, what are we supposed to be creating? An online presence. They tell you where to put your magic and what to focus on and what to do with it. Do it. All right, what else is this? So we read all that bullshit. We're going to read something new. Something old, something new. I mean, you know, I have never read this to you before. No, but it has to do with him. So it's still, you know, it's new learnings to what we're learning, and it's still on track to what he keeps making me learn. And after this, we're going to, no. Where's the page? I remember. We're going to do a confirmation with the tarot. All right, so this is in, I guess, chapter 3 of the book Arts, Astrology and Daily Life. All right, Jesus Christ. I didn't want to read this at all. But then I saw this fucking Sagittarius woman, and it said, and I'm getting drawn to reading this. I don't want to read all this. Why? Because, I don't know. I gotta read all this. What the fuck is this? Alright. I guess if we're talking about the moon, we have to talk about astrology, because we're also going to pull out the quantum fucking tarot that talks about astrology. This is coming from me, it's from Metatron. Astrology and Daily Life. One of the attractions of astrology for many people is that by showing them the star-given virtues and failings, it helps them to make the best of their lives. Like all magical thinkers, astrologers put a high value on balance and equilibrium. They disapprove of excess, extreme, extravagance, eccentricity. You may lack balance because of the planetary position at your birth. A person of great drive and enthusiasm may fail in life without favorable aspects from Saturn, which will give him realism and orderliness of mind. A practical, down-to-earth person needs favorable influence from Jupiter to broaden his interests and give him a way of expression. That's it. People that are too rigid need Jupiter. They need a person like me to push them to do something exciting. Really? Yeah, they're too rigid. But the planets do not doom you to fail or unhappiness, as this is totally a follow-up to that video, The Cycles of Time. Just saying that. But the planets do not doom you to failure or unhappiness, and once you know your deficiencies, you can try to correct them. That's what I said in my last video. is the natal charts. The stars impel, they don't compel. It's a favorable astrological maxim, and most modern astrologers, in the theory at least, do not believe that a man is inevitably destined to follow the track mapped out for him at birth in the heavens. Human beings have free will. That's it. You can change it, and I'm trying to show you how to change your destiny, which is you're destined to bullshit. Human beings have free will and can assert ourselves against the stars. In practice, astrologers are curiously split-minded about the subject. They claim very high degree of accuracy in their predictions. Lindo, for instance, claims to be right 80% to 90% of the time. And if they are right, most of us follow docilely along our star-impelled courses. But the astrologers do not deter by the thought that the more accurate their forecasts, the less chance they have of helping us to alter our destinies. And they think of themselves not as mere fortune tellers, but as counselors who show us the way to happiness and success. And that's what I said in my video. I was like, Steve's love tarot. He says he's a tarot reader and he's not an astrologer, but he knows more about the planets. I was like, at this particular moment, you're my astrologer. I'm learning from you, but that's not something he's going to like. He wants us to know. We're not supposed to lean on somebody else's knowing. We're supposed to have our own knowing and understanding. Hello. Hi, my name is Lilith. I'm the one that gives you the apple of knowledge and wisdom. We talked about that in my earlier video too. Naturally, they are much concerned with love and marriage. Before you marry, you should have your own and your own prospective partner's birth chart checked out to make sure the two of you are compatible. I need to see your birth chart, please. If you are really sensible, you would take the stars into account before even beginning to involve yourself with a possible husband or wife, which might save you the embarrassment of having to break off an engagement on the advance of your astrologer. As a rough guide, one theory is that you will be happiest with someone who's born under the zodiac sign opposite your own. In astrology, opposites attract. The two people born under the opposite signs should make balanced, harmonious couple. This is a reflection of the magical doctrine that all progress comes through. Are they giving us marriage advice here? The reconciliation of opposites. Yes, they are. It says, seek God in all things. And that's what I'm telling you. They told us right now what to fucking focus on. They run our lives. If you let them, or you can run your own life because it's your free will. But you know what I mean? That's where it is. I follow a lot of this doctrine, but then I fine-tune it to my own likings. Alright, moving on. Another traditional theory says you should marry someone who is in your own triplicity, but not someone who is in your quadruplicity. Alright, this is where I got lost. The fiery Aries man should marry a fiery Leo or Sagittarius woman, but he ought to avoid a carnal Cancer, Libra, or Capricorn woman at all costs. Hey, is that true, Wolfman? How do you deal with all of that? You're all over the place with all that shit. This is because your triplicity is a group of 3. 3 is the number of the reconciliation of opposites and also the number of procreation and fertility. So it is a favorable number for marriage. And that's weird because, we're talking about Persephone, and that's my Hades over there. Your quadruplicity is, and he's the Aries that I manifested, is a group of 4. And that's why I was like, I thought you were my emperor, but you're a whole fuckboy. You need to figure all this out. No, he just kept fucking. He didn't want to be the dude. And then he's over there asking Lucifer how to get back over here. Hey, bro, you gotta ask Jesus. You need Jesus' forgiveness. Your quadruplicity is a group of 4, which is ominous number of misery and defeat. Well, who's that guy? Let's avoid that. Astrologers recognize that many people entangle themselves in love affairs and marriages without taking the precautions of consulting the stars, and most astrological magazines give advice to dissatisfied and the lovelorn. At least one expert can tell a wife whether her husband has been unfaithful to her or not if a husband's place, date, and time of birth are supplied. Oh, bro, are we running your times? Once married, you can consult the stars to find the correct time for having children who will be credit to you. An American astrologer says it is now possible for astrologically guided unions to produce congenital children with desired characteristics and reasonable certainty of sex. Yeah, bro. It's like the person this played out with Kourtney Kardashian and when she was trying to get pregnant. I worked with that, and I sent messages to Kim to tell her when. And there was also this woman. I was doing it was Bobby. I swear to God, Bobby reached out to me before that full moon. I was doing the full moon in Pisces, and I was getting the bones at the butchery for Hecate. And this woman, I just told her. It was such a fucked up moment, bro. I looked over and I was like, "Are you pregnant?" She said, "No, I just had a baby." I was like, "Are you planning to have another?" She said, "My husband really wants a girl," but I'm like, "Nah." I was like, "Nah, you need to tonight, under this full moon. There's certain times as a midwife and all that. There's certain times when you can plant certain seeds, certain things. It's all programmed. That's what I'm trying to teach you." Once married, blah, blah, blah. Besides acting as marriage counselors, astrologers can determine which days in the future will be favorable for any conceivable activity. The Ephemedes of 15th century astrologer Regimoritius, I don't know, that's a long-ass word. Regio Monetarinus included notes of favorable times for new enterprises, sowing, planting, and cultivating of vines. And that's what we use is these almanacs. They told us this is the perfect time to start an online presence. And they also told you to edit your your shit. Really? Yeah. And so I decided the easy way for me is do something that's comfortable, that's still... I might push my limits and do the fucking TikTok too, but I'm gonna just reopen a new Instagram. Alright, anyways, right here. Taking baths or having someone's hair cut. Modern astrologers are equal through, and that's it too. You're supposed to cut your nails. If you haven't noticed, you're supposed to cut your nails before the full moon. And you trim your hair because of that. Why? Because it tends to grow faster. I haven't cut my hair yet. We're waiting to cut the hair, do the kids' haircuts this weekend. Why? I don't know, because that's what you're supposed to do. Modern astrologers are equally thorough. As astrological magazines list good days for baking, sewing, dancing, giving parties, buying a car, taking photographs, pouring concrete, buying new clothes, having your hair cut to stimulate growth, when the moon is waxing, or having it cut to retard growth when the moon is waning. Some magazines give lucky moon days, which are usually based on the mansions of the moon. This is where I'm supposed to start this whole reading. The moon travels through the entire zodiac in a little over 27 days. The mansions of the moon mark the sections of the zodiac traversed by the moon each day. Agrippa called the first mansion, which starts at 0 degrees, Aries, and the ram's horn, has said that the moon in this stage is a course caused discord and journey on earth. The second mansion, beginning between 12 and 13 of Aries, is favorable to finding buried treasures and preventing prisoners from escaping. The 12th day of the moon is a good day for curing warts. The suffering should go out to the country the night, blah, blah, blah. The moon is important from day-to-day matters because it changes the position of the zodiac more rapidly than the sun or the planets. But astrologers can chart all the planetary positions aspect for any day in the future for any project you have in mind. For example, an astrologer might warn you against buying a house when Mercury is in a difficult aspect with Mars. It might tell you to wait until Mercury, the planet of trade, is in conjunction or easy aspect with Jupiter, prosperity. Now, as I say all that, This is a map of the planets we're talking about. The only way you can work the outside, to work this energy that's working outside, is to work this energy inside first. And you'll have to catch my earlier video about that, the cycles of time, how this was all astrologically set up, and I showed you what it does to the inside. And then comes the what? The rewards, which comes when? August 12th. Oh, is that after your 808 gate? Stupid asses. Anyways, if you're if you're buying or selling an animal, the 6th house in the chart is important because it governs 4-footed animals. A moment when the moon is in Capricorn and the 6th house should certainly be a good time to buy a goat. Astrologers also consider the 6th house in forecasting the result of horse races. One method is to draw a chart. Okay, I'm not teaching you this. The old planets have colors which are traditionally associated with them. For the racing purposes, the planets represent stripes. Uranus is hoops or checks. Neptune is spots. Or Neptune, whatever, and I messed that all up. Anyways, I'm not going to teach you this. Why? Because I have gamblers over here. And you're going to, if you're that hardcore to read one of these books, that's crazy. By calculating planetary positions and aspects of any day of the future, astrologers discover the planetary trends of the movement and show you how to take advantage of them. Now, that's what I told Diana. She said she reads natal charts. She can tell what your whole fucking future is going to do. Every time this planet comes around, she can tell you what you're supposed to be doing, if she can read them. He's trying to teach me how to read that shit so I can teach you how to read that shit. But she said she knew, and I'm like, if you know how to read it, then you should know exactly where you are in life. That's how I know where I am, but I don't know exactly how to read it. And that's what I said about my video yesterday. What is it? It's these charts, bro. Let me pull it all out. Vedic astrology is where it starts. And that's where it is again. Here's those fucking planets. There they are. Saturn, Mars, Venus, Mercury, Jupiter, the Moon, the Sun. North and South nodes are... South is where you're just being lazy and not progressing at all. And then there's your North where you're trying to progress. Right? So there it is. But as they were talking about symbols... And the symbols, the numerology is represented. There's the planets again. Look it sounds really loud out there for some reason. Here they are. Here's Saturn, 7. And then here's the symbols. So it's all broken down in here. So, yeah, it was... Okay, hold on a second. What the fuck? You see? So, yeah, we're in Mercury, 4. And that's where it is. Color everything. Where it's a whole language, bro. It's a whole universal language. He uses numbers and symbols that are aligned with the planets. Welcome to Metatron. And so there's all that. But then you still have the numbers and symbols and the locations. And with the star, you know what I mean? And it's in all of this. He created all of this. There it is. Metatron's fucking cube. There's the candles. It's his whole language, bro. And then we have basic motherfucking astrology, trying to break it down. I've had this since the very beginning, dude. I've been carrying these for 3 years and still haven't been able to fully explain them. They called them fucking dummy guides. They were $10 a piece. Spent $40 on these motherfuckers. We're gonna get our money's worth. I'll tell you what. I'm such a cheapskate. Sold my car for that shit. Truly, it's a long story, but pretty much. God told me to sell my car. I love that fucking car. I wasn't gonna have 2 cars, who knows it. Anyways. And the money I took from it is where he took me down to Manitou Springs, the home of Wicca, and I bought all this fucking crazy shit. Not all of this. I didn't have all this. It all came later. I didn't know what the fuck was going on. I had a couple crystals and a couple books and a whole bunch of incense and some oils. And away we went. Pretty much. Anyways, let's see. Current planetary trends of the second factor in which horoscopes and newspapers or magazines are based. The first being your sun sign. At the time of writing, Neptune is in Scorpio. Neptune is an impressionable planet, and so Scorpios are being warned against trickery and deception. You can avoid difficulty best by keeping to yourself. Make your personal needs to your own private business. Keep emotions and money both where they belong. Uranus, the planet of sudden change and upheaval, is in Virgo, and so Virgo are being told to guard against the unexpected. Don't be rushed into decisions. And that's where this all is. So it goes all the way down. Jump down here. A more complicated method of predicting the influence of the stars on your life in the near future is provided by astrological progression systems. Karl Kraft, one of Hitler's astrologers, said that the birth chart remains impregnated once and for all, with everything concerning the individual, since his constellations still play a part at the moment of his decease. But the planets did not suddenly vanish from the sky when you were born. They have continued to influence you since. A progression sense is a method of measuring the planetary influences on you since birth. And that's what it's called. It's a natal chart. It is very dangerous to share with anyone else. You can see this because they know everything about you. They know absolutely all your weaknesses and all your strengths and all your destinies. Every time I bring this up, I'm seeing Russ's mother. Russ's mother knew Russ's destiny. She knows exactly what his weaknesses are. She knows exactly how to keep him from progressing. His progression her progression is not because of her work through her charts. She's manipulating all of this. And that's what dark practitioners do, bro. They can see, that's what I said, sorcery, as they said in the Bible. They see as I see what's coming. But they do everything to stop it. Why? To protect their flesh? To protect their flesh. If you know you're gonna fucking get pulled over and go to jail, are you gonna do everything you can not to get pulled over and go to jail? Okay then. You know what their intentions are. That's it. You know what I mean? The doctors say that your kid is gonna die because of some kind of fucking disease. They told you what's gonna happen. How desperate are you to stop that? Would you go to a witch? And she told you she could make this, she could stop it. That's what I mean. They stopped time. They changed time. But doing that has to be allowed by the divine. And when you do something like that, it's kind of like when you make a tear in time, you're going to be the one that has to sew that back up. You reap what you sow, is what that is. If you're going around and changing people's destiny, or changing time, or, you know what I mean, manipulating outcomes, love spells, abundance, curses and hexes and bindings and fucking, you know what I mean, shut up spells and destiny swapping and all this shit that they try to do. Can some of it be done? Most definitely. It's been done in time. And that's why I'm here to clear all that up, because they use the powers for evil, and it was supposed to be used for good. And that's what I'm here to do, is reclaim all the dark powers and what they've done with them, take away the belief in what power they do have, and empower everyone else to fight them back. Which is what? Banishment. Banishment and healing. All you have to do is heal yourself. They can only attack the unhealed, the fearful, the hurt. So, again, Russ's mom keeps him, you know what I mean, insecure, keeps him in his critics, keeps him in his south node, keeps him as a child, doesn't let him spiritually grow and evolve. Why? Because that child feels obligated to that mother. The man will grow out of the mother stage, but no, she's got him. She knows his whole birth chart, bro. She was there when he was born. She has too much. Plus, you put on the fact that she has a bachelor's degree in psychology. Oh, yeah, bro. Is she using this to get other men? No, bro. She hit the jackpot with the one she gave birth to. If anything, you would wonder if she fucking planned the whole thing based on how much she knew. Where'd she come from? The covens of fucking Jersey. Seriously? I swear, bro. She's a dark-ass practitioner. It's not the first time I've seen her in lives. This will be the last time, though. She saw me coming. She did everything. She riddled all kinds of shit in his ear. Was it true, Russell? Did any of that play out? You believed it, but it happened, but it wasn't me. You manifested it in that little girl that you're poking every night. What an idiot. Moving on. Hitler's astrologer said that the birth chart remains blah blah blah. When an astrologer draws a progression chart, he makes a curious and important assumption. He says, let's X the days in the sky equal Y years on Earth. The difference between the various progression system is largely a difference in figures which are inserted for X and Y. Astrologers do not explain the equation itself. And that's what I was talking about. People fear, my powers, I'll tell you which ones are unbelievable. But as far as this, the predictions, they're not. It's charted. You're just unaware of the chart. And that's why I'm being called to learn this, to teach you this. You're disempowered by a lack of understanding and a lack of knowing. So that's why God brought me here. Give them the knowledge and the wisdom of the gods that has been given before. They've long forgotten. You need that to find your way back to God. I'm just saying. So yeah, I show you. They have this, but you can have this power too. What is it? Just studying it, putting it into your mind, and repetition and memory, bro. The more you study it, the more you'll memorize it, and you'll understand it. And truthfully, you shouldn't be studying anybody else's chart but your own. That's why, it was a very dangerous thing if I was supposed to let her into my chart. Because it wasn't just about letting her, I was going to let the whole world into my chart. I was going to share my chart publicly with everyone. In the sense of, I'm fully secure and I know that you can't change what's in that chart. And you can't make this any harder for me, and nothing will stop. You'll see in that chart that it says, this is the end for me. It says it. I'm almost fully Jupiterian, bro. All I have to do in all areas of my life, basically, is be optimistic and adventurous. Expansive and loving. That's pretty much it. I'm doing pretty good. What do you think? In the system most frequently used, day 1 is the sky is taken equal 1 year on Earth. Alright, so forget all this. I don't want to talk about it. Why? Because it's giving me a headache. So, what they're talking about is the movement of the planets. And what is the moon? What is the moon? It's a mirror. The mirror. It mirrors back. So that's why we're always paying attention to this shit that's happening on in the planets. But we're not paying attention to all of them. And that's where it is. It's like we needed an astrologer, and the closest thing we had was Steve's Love Tarot. I used to watch him in the very beginning, years ago. He talks a lot. If you haven't noticed, he talks a lot. And I can see his shadows through all his videos. Really? Oh yeah. They're very noticeable. But you could probably see mine too. It's funny, you can see everybody else's. So, we're talking about the full moon, and I teach you all of this stuff, but this is literally, again, for all of us new people, all you new people, my current ascending master that I've been working with for now, I think, fucking a month, bastard, is Metatron. We work with all of them. I'll work with him, but he's who I'm stuck with in this field until we master this field of understanding. And there's a lot to understand. Luckily, we can move from the tree of life, but still got to come back to him, because ground zero is back home with him, where he's trying to teach me some shit. He's also the frequency, it's before words. So it was just images, and that's also music, very highly right now. Number 27, see it? 27 days. Did they do that on purpose? I don't know. I don't know if they knew what they were doing. God did. Synchronicities, stuff like that. So, yeah, full moon rituals. So they told you what to focus on. I will teach you on Saturday a little bit more about how to get you some full moon water ready, how to do your baptism, which I'm planning mine out, and what to do under the full moon. You want to be brave. I mean, everybody has to do it one time, at least, is you can think about a place where you can go and dance naked under the moon. And if so, you need music. So then you could think about a tune that you could play outside that you could actually get loose to. I think it's very unique that right now I'm listening to classical music. So, just kind of funny. Alright, now I've made a huge mess with my altar, and I really only came here for some confirmation. I kind of got it, but we're only going to make it worse. We're using the Quantum Tarot on this one. Why? Because in reading the tarot, it's going to give us some background information that sticks in our head about the quantum realms, which are inevitably connected to space and time. Again, I'm in a place beyond space and time, in the 10th dimension with this guy. How do you know it's the 10th? Because that's what they told me. Oh, because that's what they told me. Who's they? Them. Everyone. The universe. Shit. I'm getting hot. Hold on. I'm getting heated. I don't know what that means. Alright, the universe already knows what I want to know, so it's just going to tell me what I want to know, and I'm going to tell you what you need to know. Confirm it. Fuck. The Magician. Electromagnetic force. The quantum magician represents the electromagnetic force, encompassing the whole spectrum of different rays, from visible light through infrared, ultraviolet, gamma rays, X-rays, radio waves, and microwaves. The magician manipulates and formulates energy, making the invisible visible. He has the ability to create something out of nothing, which is the essence of magic. He brings consciousness and illumination, acting as a bridge between the sea and the unconscious and material reality. Whenever we create, we invoke the magician archetype. So, we're going to, obviously, confirmation. We're going to be, actually, it's too late to back up this question, because the question was about this weekend. So we're going to be manifesting, obviously, under this full moon. And we're going to be putting in some work. Not all of them we do. It shouldn't be hard. I mean, not for me. It's not hard for me to open an Instagram. TikTok, maybe a little bit, but my daughter says she can help me take care of that. I don't know. We'll see if we do both. I've been putting off the TikTok for fucking ever. Like, can't I just do an Instagram or something? Alright, let me ask you a question here. You ready? The magician makes the invisible visible. He represents the ability to manifest an idea and division an idea or a vision. What are you about to create? Okay, they told us what to create. But in the essence, it's like, yeah. I'm being particular with my words because I don't want to say everything. I feel like this is a universal decision that only my flesh is avoiding. Is that true? What is that? The Three of Wands. It's foundations. I'm trying to find the wands. And I'm also deep in contemplation. Galaxy cluster. It may be obvious that stars cluster together in galaxies, but galaxies themselves also form large clusters. Some of them are mind-bogglingly huge, containing more than thousands of galaxies each with billions of stars. This is the universe on its grand scale. On page 33. It takes an effort of thought to even imagine the size of galaxy clusters, and similarly, this card demands that we let go of our self-imposed limitations. I told you. I I said I feel like this is a universal decision and the only thing holding back is me. Think big. The Three of Wands in this card is a card of vision. It's time to think outside of the box and let your wildest dreams be your guide. Absolute confirmation to me. Alright, I'm almost scared. How does this end? Fuck. I'm speechless, obviously. The Lovers. It's long been known that gravity is a force of attraction, but Isaac Newton was the first scientist to turn this into a proper theory. He discovered that the strength of gravitational force is dependent upon the relative masses of the object or objects in question. Compared with the other three fundamental forces, gravity is weak and only becomes significant on the scale of planets or stars. Like two stars in a binary system, the relationship of two lovers is an ongoing dance of emotional, physical, and spiritual attraction. The Lover's card is a sign that you are powerfully drawn to someone. Whether you like it or not, the forces of attraction have placed you in a relationship. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm going to read one more card because I knew I had to read one more card. But that's all the answers I needed. Oh, shit. My hands are in prayer. My eyes are closed. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, moving on. Moving on. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. What card are you going to read? I didn't know which one until I knew what moon we were in. We're going to read Aquarius. Aquarius. Why? Because that's our moon cycle. I'm reading these out of my Black Moon Lilith, which teaches you a lot of this. It teaches you alchemy. It teaches you the 12 signs. It teaches you the planets. It's everything you need to know. Leo, no, Aquarius. Honor your individuality. Holy shiznit. On page, what is that? 14? 11? Fuck. 11. It's time to let your freak flag fly for the world to see. When Black Moon Lilith is in Aquarius shows up in a reading, it's encouraging you to embrace what makes you unique. It will require you to be brave and unapologetic. True friends and aligned souls will accept you for who you are. Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius represents... Do you hear my voice getting all crackly? It's because I'm holding back. I'm trying not to speak, so I'm blocking my chakra. You can hear it right away. Yep. Okay. Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius represents revolution and rebellion against the status quo. Aquarius is a fixed air sign symbolized by the water bearer who pours ascending knowledge out into the collective. Structured Saturn and eccentric Uranus are the planetary rulers of Aquarius. When Black Moon Lilith is in the innovative sign, you can expect radical points of view, transcending societal expectations. Rosa Parks, a notable Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius, was arrested after she refused to give up her seat to a white man in 1955, sparking the Montgomery bus boycott and fueling the civil rights movement. On page 22. Black Moon Lilith in Aquarius can also experience feelings of being the black sheep early in life. In your ancestry or childhood, this natal desire for liberation from the collective could have been shunned. You march at your own beat and your own drum when it may be disliked or feared by others. It's about accepting yourself, quirks and all. Once you do that, Those who appreciate you will find your message incredibly healing. Feminine shadow work. Visual meditation is a powerful tool to help build confidence in yourself. During meditation, take time to allow your mind to visualize exactly who and what you want to be. This is powerful for your future timeline with your thoughts. Masculine shadow work. You attract one-of-a-kind people into your life who reflect the unique qualities you desire. Learn from them and integrate what you admire instead of wanting to conform to the rest of society. Embrace who you are. The collective needs your unique soul. Whoa. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Okay, so everything I just gave you is for the weekend. We still have Thursday. So I didn't get Thursday, and that's where I was like, I can't back out now. I wanted to see tomorrow, but I really wasn't looking into tomorrow. I was looking into the full moon of this weekend. Why? Here comes Mac. So everything will be good on the weekend. Just kidding. I'm sorry. They're fucking around. My Holy Spirit's got, that's what they're here to do. I don't know why I thought, I guess, you always second guess. Or I don't. That's all it was, is the flesh isn't sure. So I have to find ways to, to soothe the flesh during this situation that my spirit knows is happening. Going back to it though, yeah. As far as magical abilities, they're just craft. There's nothing evil about it except for what you do with it. There's nothing evil there. The craft is the craft. They called it witchcraft. Because why? Because women were able to harness their feelings using the craft. And we were more powerful in doing so. But you need feelings to manage the craft. Why? Because in order to manifest, which is the magician, you need to be able to harness the 4 elements. That's air, which is your intellect, and also how you speak. Fire, which is your willpower. Cups, your emotions. If you don't have emotions, or you're using hurt emotions, it's never going to be. And that's what I told Royce. I said, Royce, do you know how I always win? I was like, because I draw it from the light. It's like, I believe in God. My power comes from God and not from some outside source outside of God. I pull from God, the energy that God has. To fight what? Exactly. There's nothing really to fight. What am I fighting? In the dark? I am the dark. There's nothing for me to fight. When you send darkness at the dark goddess, I just incorporate it. You don't bring out my darkness, and if you do, it's only because for me to heal it. At this point of alchemy, it's useless. I'm sitting around waiting for shit to come up to be healed, so that I can what? Become more powerful. My power comes from my healing. So every time you push me into a hurt place, you push me into a very powerful place. That's where my power is. Every time. So when you go back to the beginning of Russ's mom trying to, magically attack me and everyone else that did, all they did was make me more and more powerful. They were using all their emotions, all their resources, all their energy to make me powerful. And when it happened, and imagine how defeated they felt every time it didn't work. I am what they call a cult buster. I've had whole covens prey upon me. They love these full moon rituals. They really try to get me on some shit like that. I've been telling them since like year 1 it stopped working. And, if you want to, it doesn't work. And that's what I said in yesterday's video. It's like they're trying to use love spells. Bro, you're going to make me hate you. I love you just fine. You want to make me love you? Then tell me the truth. I'll fall in love with you real quick. Is it that easy? Yeah. I'm attracted to truth. Can't you tell? That's what I like. That's the way. I like it. I'm attracted to truth. Unfortunately, that while I'm going towards it, I have to go through all the lies to get to it. And that's exactly as the alchemy. Your feelings. It's all lies until you get to the truth. And the truth is it's all good. And the lies is it's all bad. Really? Really. So as far as magic, it's like, I'm here to give you all of this. It's all yours. But, you know what I mean? What you do with it. Yeah.
It's been 2 hours.
It's been an hour and 4 minutes. What you do with it will determine what happens to you and your offspring, because it doesn't, you know, it's what you put out comes back to you. Now imagine your children are you. They have your magnetic force, which is your unhealedness, your karma. That's why it's so important. So I've spent all this time clearing out my karma so I have a clean vessel, so I can give birth to a new breed of children that are sin-free. Unless they create sin for themselves. But with my teaching, they won't. Really? Yeah, pretty much. So that's how that works. And, you know, that's how it should be. But otherwise, we're just the sins of our ancestors. You know what I mean? I have all my mom's bad traits, all my dad's bad traits, all their bad habits. And I have to overcome them in this life. Otherwise, my children end up having them. And our grandchildren's children's, and that's those generational curses passed on. You have to take it all off. So yeah, there's a lot in this one. Full moon in Aquarius, get ready to launch. In 5, 4, 3, 2, laters.